What's up, guys? Back with another one. I'm Ryan, my man George.
What's going on, guys? How you living?
Lost in Vegas coming back at you with another unbiased real reaction, baby.
Shout out to our free thinkers.
You know it.
Let's get into it. Amon Amarth, I believe. Victorious March is what we're gonna do today.
Okay.
I don't really know anything about this band. I just know this has been a pretty consistent request. I think someone said that this was like I don't know, some Viking metal or something like that. I think
Viking metal.
I think I could be wrong on that. Sorry, guys, if I'm wrong, but I believe in the comments you guys were saying this was like Viking metal or something like that.
How many genres of metal are there?
Let's just let it go.
Please comment and let me know how many genres of metal are there. I would really like to know because I've never heard of that before. I've never heard of that.
5,000. 5,000. I'm just pulling that out my ass, but about 5,000. All right, let's get into it. Amon Amarth, Victorious March. Okay, a lot of energy starting off. I like that.
Yeah, this sounds like epic to me.
It does.
This sounds like for those of you guys that watch WWE or WWF, whatever it is now. When I was coming up, it was what, WWF, right? Mm-hmm. When we were coming up, right? And I could just imagine like Stone Cold Steve Austin coming out to something like this. You know what I mean? Just like you about to just tear shit up. You just about to just wreck shit. You know?
Let's get back to it. Yep. Decent amount of energy opening this up, though.
Big time energy.
Like the energy, like you said, to repeat what you said, to piggyback off you, very, very epic feel.
Yeah, super epic. Those of you that have seen Justice League, have you seen Justice League?
Yes.
Now, do you remember when Superman came back from the dead? Mm-hmm. Remember that? When they brought him back and he was just wrecking shit?
Yep.
This is what I imagine playing right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's a victorious march, the name of the song, right? You would think you would march victoriously after you've won. Unless you're Superman, that you know you're gonna win anyway, right? So you can celebrate before the march, so to speak. Right. And that's kind of what I think that would have been super cool. That's what I feel like when I'm hearing this epic beginning of this song. I'm thinking, you've already lost. Whoever's coming up against me, you've already lost.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
It's done. It's done.
The song started playing or some shit.
Yeah.
If you got in a street fight and someone just had a radio and they were like, yeah. I'm about to get my ass whooped.
It's done.
I guess I'm going to let this play a little bit longer. I have a thought on this, but I'm going to let it play a little longer. Let's see how they come in on this show. Okay. And then I'll kind of reserve my judgment a little bit until a little bit later. So let's get back to it. Let's talk about some of the lyricism here.
Yeah. This is 300-ish to the 10th power.
Indeed. 10 heavy feet walks the blood-soiled ground with rhythm. These 5 warriors march. Damn, only 5? They're only 5 deep?
Yeah, that's it.
I was expecting like a very vast, large army there. Okay. No matter, it's like 5 warriors, right?
That's why you need this victorious march music.
I guess you need all the help you can get. Exactly. Is it just 5 warriors left after you've been slaughtered? Like, no matter how much the bleeding wounds from enemy.
Sorry. My bad. No,
but it caught me off guard.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like these thousands of warriors march. He's like, these 5. Yeah. Warriors march. Damn. Yeah. No matter how much the bleeding wounds from enemy sword cuts hurts to the bone. Yeah, that's nice. I just like the imagery there. Blood-soiled ground with rhythm. These 5 more warriors march. So blood-soiled ground. So obviously, it may be that there's only 5 warriors left because
there's blood-soiled ground. There's blood everywhere.
So the battle's already been has already taken place.
Blood and guts and bubbles and
all that shit.
all over the place.
Eyeballs and shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's keep it going.
Get back to it.
Yeah, it's going in. Yeah, that lead singer's going in, dude. It's like no mercy was shown. I'm gonna say it again. Yeah. No mercy was shown.
I think what as I'm listening to this, there's an instinct, right? Mm-hmm. There's an instinct, and I'm glad that we've heard music like this before on this channel. The initial instinct that you get when something is sort of different and out of your comfort zone is just to be like, oh man,
I'm not listening.
I'm not even right. But I think what I've learned with a lot of metal that we've listened to is you have to sometimes get lost in the fantasy, right? You have to allow yourself to be lost in it. You can't just
you have to be open.
Yeah, you want to be open to it, right? You know, because it's almost like, have you ever gone to a movie with somebody and they had this sort of, whether it was a scary movie or a comedy, you ever go to a movie with somebody and they were just like, man, this ain't gonna be funny, man. They already had this sort of preconceived, determined view of what the movie is gonna be, and then of course they're not gonna laugh because they've sort of convinced themselves that it's not gonna be funny.
That's a great point.
Or convinced themselves that it's not gonna be scary.
Yep.
You have to allow yourself to be lost in the moment and lost in the fantasy. So that's what I'm trying to do with this song.
Is be open enough.
I'm trying to be lost and put myself in the moment of being on a battlefield or maybe even having a bird's eye view of a battle going on.
Yeah.
So that I can have a little bit more of appreciation for it. So I'm trying to fight the instinct that's telling me to be like, we're done.
Yeah, we're done.
And obviously we always, you guys know we're very respectful of the music.
Absolutely.
Every music, all the music. Well, unless it's some mumble rap bullshit, but that's a whole another. Fuck that, no respect for that. But we're usually very respectful to the music. So just so you know what's going on in my head, I'm fighting that instinct to just shut it down, and I'm trying to get lost in the moment. And I think because I'm really making that concerted effort, I think it's allowing me to, somewhat appreciate this one.
But do you think, and that's great feedback, George. I really like that analogy with the movies because I'm guilty of that, guys. George is talking about me, but
okay.
Because I'd be like, man, I watch.
Like we were like Ryan hates Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, and that's you guys are gonna crucify me. Everybody, nah, Dumb and Dumber, that's so funny. And I know that it's funny. But to George's point, it's hard for me to be open to silly stuff.
Yeah.
If it's too ridiculous, it's like, oh my god. And it might be some really good funny parts in there.
Yeah.
But I'm so gone because it's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous, So but to your point, man, I feel like that you have to be open to certain, everything in life. I think that's kind of what we embody in this channel, right? Being objective, being open, no matter what we're talking about, music, relationships, work, whatever the case may be. But I will say that when you're listening to something like this, my initial response is not necessarily to shut it down. It's like, I'm trying to, being more biased and objective, I'm trying to figure out what other people like in this song. And George can probably attest to this because George will like something I don't like. I'm like, well, what do you like in this song, man? Because I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to understand it.
Right.
I'm trying to be a little bit more objective. It may not ever be my style, but at least if you are open enough to ask those questions and you open your mind to at least receive what other people like about it.
Yep.
You might just end up learning something, and you might
appreciating it.
Yeah,
you may not ever like it. You may like it, or you just may end up at least appreciating something that you probably would have just written off and thrown away.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And I try to put I try to put myself inside the mind of the artist as well.
Right.
Like when they were writing this, what were they thinking? What was their feeling?
Correct.
What are they going for in this piece? You know what I mean? So, with all that being said, we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it going, but we just want you guys to know that we're trying here. We're trying to digest this one. So, let's keep it going. hats off to them. You know, they're good musicians. You know what I mean? I do think it's got a good, solid, consistent groove throughout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And again, the way the chords are being played, it presents sort of a powerful,
aggressive
epic feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just still taking it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know, just kind of like what I said earlier. As I'm listening to this, and I'm allowing myself to kind of get lost in it.
Yeah.
And I'm allowing the lyricism to really grab me and paint sort of a picture and give me the imagery of being on a battlefield. It does make you appreciate it more.
Yeah.
Right here when he says, "Now they're headed home, 5 swordsmen who fought relentlessly. Their story will be told of 5 brave men endlessly. All sorrow is left for the women to bear. The children cries. They live in fear."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's dope.
I think they're doing a really good job of painting that picture.
And that's the whole point of what we're trying to say. You get lost in the lyrics and what the artist is trying to, the point and the imagery the artist is trying to portray.
Yeah, man.
With their lyrics. And that's what we're doing. And it's allowing us to appreciate a song that instinctually, at least for me, I would probably just write off and say, nah, I can't get it. Right? And that's really what this journey has been about, right?
Absolutely.
Taking yourself out of your comfort zone and being open to listening to something that you're not accustomed to listening to and trying to appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Right? So this is a prime example of that.
Absolutely. And I think that we kind of embody that, guys. And I think you guys do too, which is why you give us the suggestions. And I think it's been spreading, man. This has been
It's been cool, man.
Yeah, man. So. Yeah, guys, this is kind of crazy. I'm trying to think of a better way to put that, but this is kind of throwing me back. I don't know if you guys realize what's being said here. It said, "No man was spread, no houses or farm remains, no Christian woman unraked, their church consumed by flames." This is like total, utter destruction.
But that's in those times, that's what war was. So I'm seeing authenticity.
Yeah,
right.
I got you.
So that's actually a big plus, because no man was spread, no houses or farm remains, no Christian woman unraked, their church consumed by flames. You raped, you pillaged, you completely decimated. You know what I mean? Your enemy.
Just destruction.
You know what I mean? That's how it was. In those times. So kudos to them for keeping the authenticity of what it truly means to go to war. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
at least during those times. Yeah, so I appreciate that, man. Yeah, man. I appreciate the authenticity.
Yeah, I know. I get it. Just the way that sounds. I appreciate that.
I appreciate it, because that's the type of shit I'm on. Like, what?
That is crazy. Yeah, man.
All right.
Woo!
Let's finish it up. That drummer was getting busy the drummer was actually getting busy throughout the entire thing.
Yeah,
it's tough because it seemed like the drummer was almost drowned out.
Yes.
By
the lead guitars and all that kind of stuff.
It kind of drowned the drummer out, because I'm always listening for what's going on in the drum, and that's just what what I gravitate to the most in metal and rock music. But what'd you think, man?
For me, I think it's a hard listen. It was a very hard listen for me just because it didn't grab me initially. Now, once we started to dig into the lyricism a little bit, I can appreciate the imagery that they're painting, kind of like piggybacking off what you were saying earlier. So I really do think that part of it is really good because it really stimulates a lot of dialogue, and we love that. However, as far as it making a playlist, it's just hard for me. I might be able to work out to it though, because it does put me in an aggressive type of state, so I might be able to put that on a playlist for the workout playlist. But as far as just listening to it for fun and leisure, I don't know if I personally could do that personally.
This song would probably work for very specific moments in life. Like we kind of touched on in the video, maybe a WWF entrance.
Right.
I mean that with no disrespect. Maybe in a movie, right? A movie is specifically like a battle movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Set back in older times. I mean, things like that this song would be great for. But outside of those moments, I can't see myself really vibing with this. Not gonna make my playlist. Quite frankly, I didn't really like the song.
It's hard.
The guttural, harsh, sort of raw vocals that we've heard that I was able to tolerate typically had clean vocals mixed in.
Other elements.
Yeah.
Other elements to keep it going.
Yeah, but specifically in terms of singing, the clean vocals were mixed with the growling and guttural vocals.
Gotcha.
That allowed me to kind of at least tolerate the guttural. But when it's guttural all the way through, it's just something that that hasn't clicked with me. And it's a possibility that down the line maybe they would, maybe something like this would. And I don't want you guys to be discouraged, okay, from presenting options like this to us. Just because we haven't liked it doesn't mean that maybe at some point it won't grow. Because from what I've grown on us, because from what I've heard, a lot of you have said that it took you some time to get into this. Mm-hmm. We may never gravitate to this style. Who knows? You know what I mean? But it may take some time. So keep sending it our way. We'll keep giving it an honest try. But not for me.
Yeah.
They're not like this one. Shout out to Amon Amarth. Not for us, but we gave it a shot.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for requesting that one. That's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Las Vegas, George Ryan.
We out.